skip, scoppity, flip, floppity, get, floppity, slip, floppity, dip, floppity, dip, floppity, slip, stoppity, dip, floppity, dip, floppity. It's movie time.
Welcome to the next episode of the House Rouse. Today, we're going to review one of my picks, 1984's Amadeus.
Amadeus.
Won 8 Oscars.
Which I wanted to hear that song. I thought that.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah, so did I. I was mad when Evan told me.
I think I had told you that, but even still.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, I thought it would be in there.
Didn't happen. Didn't show up.
Oh,
Just 3 hours of classical music. All right, so Colin, give us a synopsis of this movie. And let us know what we're about to get ourselves into.
Okay, so I'm going to go scene by scene just like I did last time. So basically, this movie is a half fictional, half truth story about Mozart. And half fictional, half non-fiction.
Half fictional, half truth.
You guys know what I'm going for.
Yeah.
I would.
These lights are freaking me out.
I would say it's just as accurate as Bohemian Rhapsody was, because if anyone's listening to this, they've seen Bohemian Rhapsody, they've never even heard of Amadeus. They've never heard of this movie.
I'm the exact opposite. I've seen Amadeus, haven't seen Bohemian Rhapsody.
So just to give everyone some clarification, it's pretty much just as accurate as Bohemian Rhapsody, which is like 60%.
Yeah, it goes through all his accomplishments and stuff, but like you don't know, like I think I read this guy actually doesn't hate Amadeus in real life, and like they also don't know why he dies or anything. But yeah, the movie's like dramatized. But yeah,
it's alert though, you know. Jeez.
It's what?
Telling people he dies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, spoiler guys. Amadeus is dead in the movie.
Since we're gonna talk about the entire film anyway.
But anyways, yeah, it's about Amadeus.
I guess all of these are spoils.
About Mozart, and it's kind of about how he's.
Skip to 2 hours and 35 minutes if you want to avoid spoilers.
It's about this guy that hates him is trying to get revenge by psychologically torturing Amadeus until he dies. And
I don't know why that's his middle name. It's Mozart.
Mozart, yeah. I'm just saying because now the song is stuck in my head.
I'm gonna be doing that quite a bit. Get ready.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Well,
Mozart, his life told by his enemy. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's
Kind of funny, kind of weird laugh. Let's get into this thing. First note, opening credits. I thought they were neat. Because it was like the weirdest shit. It was like opera designer, and they even showed the casting, like LA casting, Hollywood casting.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It was weird.
It was weird. Yeah. Well, going into the beginning, what I was most thrown off by in the beginning, was the way they talk. Like they do not go hard for the accent at all. Like it was very
especially Mozart.
Straightforward talking, which I did not expect. I was expecting this to be very hard to comprehend or understand, but they're just straight forward, which I think is kind of the point of the whole movie, is to show like back then these people were like extremely human.
Yeah,
that's pretty much the whole point of the movie, I thought.
Yeah, I think I wrote that down somewhere. Like, it is a period piece, but it doesn't feel like any other period piece.
Because they're using like a lot of like modern-ish lingo.
Yeah, and like especially like their reactions. Like most of the time when you see a period piece, like even when people react to something, it's still like prim and proper. Yeah. But like when these people were reacting to the different events, it seemed real.
Yeah, and they're trying. So I feel like in most period pieces, they're trying so hard to be in that era. And this one, they're not trying to be in any era at all. They're just being themselves with all these fucking wigs on.
Yeah.
Which was really cool. Usually I feel like when I'm watching an old movie like that, it feels like I'm entering this different world. But this one is like, oh, they were just like everyone all the time.
Yeah.
You know, when the movie first started, the first thing I wrote down was this old dude looks terrifying.
Oh yeah,
I wrote down Mozart looks terrifying because I don't know if anyone else thought this, but when the movie first opened, I thought that was Mozart the whole time.
Well, I had heard a name at the beginning of the film,
I must have missed
Because
that.
the guy was like, it's Spichelli or whatever the dude's name is. He was like, he was trying to convince him to open the door. But I still didn't know if that was the old guy, and then so it took
alias.
me a minute to realize exactly who was who.
Yeah, because I definitely thought that. Because I wrote right after that, J.K. He's not Mozart.
He's not.
Well, I was surprised also in the beginning. My second note was there's full dick right in the first 10 minutes.
I missed
full dick.
I missed the full dong. He hangs dong
Who
apparently.
hung dong?
Not the
Some
whole
random
man.
guy.
There's a random guy. I cannot remember what scene. It's in the very beginning.
It's right when like they're walking through, like a courthouse or something, and Mozart's a little kid playing this instrument. I think is that it?
Yeah, right next to the little children.
So when
I can't
Mozart's little hands are there's a
No,
dude
no,
hanging
no.
dong in the
No,
background.
no. It's the first time they introduced the guy when he's a younger, middle-aged man. That's what it was.
Yeah, and there's
he's
just
like
this
walking
dude
through this courthouse or
that's
something.
like drunk or something, and he's running around dancing or something.
Yeah.
And I don't know. This movie's 3 hours. There's like it's all foggy, but
Yeah.
But there's this dude, and he just stands up in the corner of the screen, full dick right in the corner.
Huh.
Since we're talking about morals here on the subject of nudity, did anyone else notice that this guy's been crazy since he was a little kid? Because the first thing he says is that he pretty much prays that his dad will die because he doesn't like music. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Well, he
And then
says-
his dad
he says
does
a-
die.
he says a
He was like, it was a
miracle.
miracle.
Yeah.
It was a miracle he'd been praying for, and his dad just drops
Yeah.
dead. So this kid's like, it's like Ted Bundy or something.
Yeah,
He's trying to kill his dad.
and Mozart's just this badass dude who doesn't give a shit about anything, just writes masterpieces. And this dude's just a psychopath who's so mad because he wants to be an artist.
Also,
So
I will
bad.
say that when they first showed Mozart, I swear to God, at first I thought it was like an animatronic.
Really?
Yeah, because the little kid's hands are playing the piano.
Oh,
It just
yeah.
looks so weird. I don't know what it is about like how they did it, but it looks odd.
Yeah.
I can't even
Well-
remember. Oh, it did look weird. The way like the
Yeah, until he stood up
It's
and
like
was
a
like
figure.
playing this shit like here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no. When he was playing piano, it looked, I don't know, like
Well,
some Chuck E. Cheese shit.
I wonder if that had to do. There's some. I read a fact that they had music like orchestra experts watch this movie and like observe, and not one note in the entire movie is off from the actual music.
Huh.
For the entire movie, like all the music you hear, like they're fully mimicking all of it, which is really crazy.
It is nuts.
You know, one thing that I thought was kind of crazy is how the principal from Ferris Bueller, who ends up being the king, they ask him to play that song that he's never seen or
love
heard.
it.
That he's never seen or heard, and he goes over there and he's like just playing it, but he's like not doing a great job, but he's still playing it, and everyone's kind of like
That concept.
trying
is
to
crazy.
be like everyone's trying to be like fake impressed with it, but they're all like, oh man, he actually sucks.
Yeah.
'Cause he's not playing it. But I'm sitting there like, dude, everyone in that time period is just expected to know how to read music and like play.
Well, he was
fucking
also taking
instrument and
lessons
shit.
from the
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, but still, even if you get to a point where you can,
Yeah, you
read
can just
music.
look at
It's
a piece.
hard.
You can just
It's
look
hard
at
to
a-
do.
You can. What's so crazy to me is you can look at a piece of paper and fully know the intentions of what the artist wrote, like what he wanted to hear. You can just look at a piece of paper and be like, oh, he wanted this tempo. He wanted me to hit the note right here. He wanted me to hit that right there. Like, that's
Yeah,
really weird to me.
I mean, that's
Reading music.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. Well, no.
There
I'm
are
just saying
time
that's-
signatures that tell
I
you
know.
exactly
It's
when
just-
to hit each
yeah,
of the
but that's
notes
just-
and.
that we created a language to do that. I'm just saying that to me, that really is. That's just my.
yeah, I had to explain time signatures today. I was like, you know those little things that say 4/4 at the left end of the music sheet?
Yeah, I had no idea how to get that. But anyway, go buy my album. It's at local music stores everywhere.
Holy shit. Okay.
My next note was I really thought when they were showing Mozart, and they were talking, and the way the old guy was talking about it, I was like, these classical artists, these composers were like the rock stars back then.
Yeah.
Like to
Oh,
those
for sure.
people, those were like Def Leppard back then to them.
Yeah.
And they were like they even got like washed up like when they're older and they still want those glory
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. They're almost like Pink Floyd because not only are they making the music, but they're setting it to theater.
Oh yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
Yeah. So you gotta fucking suss out the play and the notes to match the fucking musical. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just insane.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. And it's what's so crazy is like they were cool ass dudes back then. Like you looked at them and like wow. Like teenage
Yeah.
girls would have them as like their posters on the wall.
Our view of them now is just like these old like people who just, you know, hate their life and played music. But in reality, they're like, you know, they're the rock stars. Also, I was thinking, how crazy talented they are, and like how that compares to the people that we nowadays consider to be like the greatest like artists of all time, like the greatest like singer, greatest vocalist, greatest like writer of like music and stuff, and like everyone talks about like, you know, Led Zeppelin or Pink Floyd or Freddie Mercury or something. Like, how do they compare to like them? You know, because like, dude, like if Mozart's actually like, he was actually like that, and he just like looked at that one guy's sheet and was adding all that improv, adding that stuff to it.
Scene.
I was like, if he was really like that, then he's like the greatest artist to ever live. Like,
I mean, there's a reason
it's crazy.
You're still talking about his name.
Yeah,
Centuries
yeah.
later. So.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder how much we don't know, like how actually good he was. You know?
Yeah, that's what's
We can't witness it.
That's what's crazy about stuff like that is we'll never ever know like who he actually was and how he actually did the things that he did.
And didn't they say he wrote his first concerto at like 4 or something?
Yeah, dude, he wrote
That is crazy.
He wrote
That is insane.
an entire like play at like 7 or something.
And they also don't depict him to be like, you know how like savants are typically like they don't have great social skills. Like they make him like doesn't have great social skills, but like it's more just like for that time period he didn't have great social skills. He's just kind of like
He just wasn't proper.
he's just wild. Yeah, he's just a wild
was,
dude. But like you would think that if he's like actually that amazing at music, then he would be extremely socially like awkward and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's kind of the opposite.
Yeah. Well, from what I've researched, in real like from what they know, and the reason why they depict him, I think he really went hard with that kind of stuff because he wanted to show, like I said, like how they were human back then. But from what I know, like he actually wasn't that crazy based on what we know, quote unquote. But they just know that he was like really bad with money and had a really like vulgar sense of humor. So I think he took that and just ran with it for his character, pretty much, which is pretty cool.
You know, also one thing I was thinking about for this movie is like what genre would you tell somebody this is? It's almost like it's like a comedy drama
period piece.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what.
But it's such a weird period piece. It's like almost like satire or something. Like
No, I mean, I really think he was just trying to go for the whole human aspect.
Yeah.
These guys are just like us.
Yeah, and I also liked how they showed. I loved when he was describing how the piece came together. Like the first time he had. It was either when he was first reading Mozart's music or when he had first heard Mozart's music. He was describing how it's like he's like a single note that just lingers in the air, and then it's picked up by this instrument, and then he's just describing how it all comes together.
Yeah.
I thought that was really sick, and I loved how like anytime Mozart was thinking of the music, like you could hear it playing.
Yeah,
and then,
I loved that.
Like, things would cut it off, and you'd have to look over.
Yeah.
Show
That's
what's up.
that's what I want to. Okay, so I want to transition. My favorite thing about this movie, which I think makes it the really good movie that it is the editing. I think
editing
all
was really
props
good.
goes to editing for this movie.
The
I don't know who the
editing was
editor
great.
was, but he fucking killed it. And also another thing, I loved it to skip to the end just because it connects with exactly what you're saying.
Sure.
The scene where he's like, "I'll help you write your final piece," and they're sitting in the bed, and he's telling them like what he hears. They're like, "Drop the D, dun dun dun." And he's doing that, and like you can hear it over top of what they're doing, and they're both like working off, and he's writing it. Like that was so cool. That's probably my favorite scene in the whole movie. That one connection right there between them.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the editing is amazing. The editing is really good. It's one of the high qualities of the movie. But since you're talking about this is a great movie, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in there. I don't like this movie. I thought this movie was really well done from the technical aspect of it, but I was thinking, like, do I ever want to watch this again? I was like, there is not a chance I will ever watch this
There's
again.
some great movies that you don't want to watch again.
Are there?
There's some. Yeah.
Are there really?
Yeah, there are. There's some fantastic movies that you don't want to watch again.
I mean, there might be some like movies that are you don't want to watch again because they're so emotional and like they can draw out like negative emotions in you. But I didn't even get that. I just kind of didn't get anything from it. Like I think the acting was great. Acting was great. The editing was great. And I think the first hour was really good. And I think after the first hour, it was just on a steady decline until the end. Because like after the first hour, it's just the same thing over and over again. It's like, all right, the bad guy is going to try to get over on Mozart, and then Mozart somehow pulls through it barely, and then just does it over and over again until eventually it kind of works, and he goes insane and dies. That's how I felt. And it was 3 fucking hours long, dude. Are you telling me you didn't get bored at any point?
No, I mean, no.
I mean,
I'm
it
not
was
saying
way
it's one
too
of the.
long.
I'm not saying it's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Way too long.
It is a little lengthy. We did watch the director's cut.
Should have been 2 hours. That's how long it should have been.
I know.
And even from an audio standpoint, the classical music gets really old at a certain point. Like, you're just hearing this same shit over and over again. It's like, dude, I don't want to hear this for another hour. How much longer is in this movie? And I like classical music.
I don't think it's.
I'm not saying it's awful.
I'm not saying I didn't look at my watch.
Yeah,
But again,
of course
I
you
did start this movie at 2 a.m. So.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, 2 nights ago. That's the only time I had to watch it. So.
That is so.
I've
funny.
seen movies that are like that too, though. Like a great movie is a great example of that. That's like got great editing and great performances, but it just doesn't work. As Public Enemy with Johnny Depp and Christian Bale. That movie doesn't work that well for me, and it's kind of the same way. Technically, it's great, but everything else, something about it just doesn't work.
I don't want to get too deep in that movie, but I was gonna say, that movie to me is just a collection of great scenes in a bad movie.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would say. That's almost what I would say about
Too many
Amadeus.
notes.
Too many notes. yeah. Hashtag too many notes is the episode hashtag.
I also loved that fucking tricorner hat, the first one that Mozart rocks, with a huge one. The comically big one. Like,
Mozart's a rock star in this fucking movie.
yeah.
He's a fucking
He's got all
rock
kinds
star.
of different hairs.
Yeah. One time he's walking around, his hair's pink.
Yeah.
He just dyes his hair pink. He's walking around like...
He did. He walked a couple of times. He walked around in that one.
Yeah.
He liked that one.
Yeah.
Big fan of that one.
Yeah, see, like...
His laugh got a little obnoxious after a while, though.
I mean, it did, but I feel like it was meant to get obnoxious. Like, it was in the back of this dude's head.
Well, they really nailed it in you because the movie he did it for 3 hours.
Yeah.
You got to hear it every 2 minutes for 3 hours.
I liked this movie. I agree. I highly doubt I rewatch it, but
Yeah, see,
I liked where it was. You never really knew what was the truth because it's told from the enemy's perspective.
Yeah.
I lost interest about an hour and a half through.
I never lost interest.
I didn't really lose interest either. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, and there was lulls for sure, but I'd say I'm very happy that I did watch this.
Yeah, I am. I would say that.
One of my last notes is too much GD classical.
I just see a man's descent into just straight madness because one thing that I loved about it is that his enemy, I can't remember his name, but
It's like Antonio something, right?
the main guy, he compares Mozart to God the whole movie.
Yeah, he says he's like God's child almost.
And he keeps saying that like God's using Mozart against him.
Yeah.
Like, and that's literally God literally made Mozart a genius to punish him, which is such a fucking crazy idea for your head. So like he literally said the part when he's playing the piano, when Mozart's playing his piece that the other guy wrote, he starts adding to it and making it way better. And he actually it wasn't that part. It was the part when they're at the party, and then he tells him in the mass to play his song. He tells Mozart to play his song, and then Mozart makes a joke of it and starts playing it and making like monkey faces and stuff.
Oh yeah, and
then he says God. He's like, "This is God laughing at me."
You know what's great though about what you just said? All the scenes you just referenced happen in the first hour.
That scene doesn't happen in the first hour. At the party.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
that sounds very similar to the first hour.
No,
that party.
Maybe I'm getting confused with a different scene. I just don't remember there being many scenes after the first hour.
They did a Family Guy reference.
Yeah, that's an iconic scene when he does that.
I was waiting on that one.
Yeah, and he says that God's laughing at him when they're all like when he's mocking him and stuff because of how simple his song is.
Also, I wrote down. I felt like J.K. Simmons took notes for Whiplash for when the dude is when the Emperor is playing that song for the first time for Mozart to walk in. he's like,
Oh yeah.
tempo,
Yeah.
nope,
Oh,
not-
yeah.
Like it was just a much milder version of Whiplash.
I love that scene so much because I love how like he wants him to perfectly play that while Mozart's he's like slowly bring him in slowly. Mozart just charges in.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck about any of it.
Dude,
That
that's
scene
worse
was-
in the first hour. But
That scene.
That-
is-
yeah, that's-
oh,
scenes.
okay. So I'm just getting confused with scenes then.
I'm talking about remember the mask party when he goes to when they're at the party.
Oh, yeah,
and then
yeah.
he's
Oh,
Mozart's
okay.
playing upside down and
His dad's there, right?
Yeah, his
Okay,
dad's there.
Never mind.
Yeah.
That's probably the first hour and a half. Who knows?
No,
Maybe
that's like
maybe it
an
just
hour.
blends together because it's once again it's 3 hours long.
Dude, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I love the acting in this because
Yeah.
you can feel how angry he is when he's playing for that guy with the
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
Yeah, looking at
like he just wants to go nuts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the performances are great, the editing's great, the direction is great. The same guy who directed One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest directed it. So
Man,
that dude's
I
I didn't know that.
that dude.
He's just sinking Oscars.
Oh my God, what a director! he probably takes number 3 for favorite directors for me.
I want to say this got like what eight nominations?
Got
or something
8,
like
yeah,
that?
8 wins.
Got 8 wins.
8 wins.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, it swept. I didn't know it.
Yeah,
it
but
swept.
see,
It
like,
swept Oscars.
see, it just shouldn't go down in history. Like, if you're going by awards to like rank movies, that's going to go down in history books. And for me, that it's not a history book
man.
movie.
I mean, it
like,
depends
But,
on what
like-
it's up against, but once you like
I
you
don't know
said
what's
again,
up
it's
against.
like
Look at the
all
stuff they
these elements are
accomplished.
perfect with it.
Yeah, but it's just like I said, it's just repetitive after the first hour,
but
and it's just 3 hours.
The music and
God.
like, there's like such small details that they do that I'm just like, I remember thinking like, how did they think of that? Like to write that, that's so crazy. And
Yeah, I mean, technically, it's great. From a technical aspect, it's a really good movie.
it's almost perfection. I mean, it's a
But-
masterpiece technically. And then I love that, like I'm saying, I've never seen a biopic like that in a time, like in that early of a time, to make me feel like I could be, like I could relate to them, like they're just like me. Like the way they talk.
Are you serious?
The way they talk. And we're gonna take a quick ad break.
Oh, it's time for an ad, huh?
Evan's gonna read an ad.
Is it?
Well, I don't know if I should just start reading right now when I can hear literally Colin get the pizza right now.
That's a cut.
Amadeus, why have you disgraced me, God? Why did you do this to little old me?
Okay, so let's stop for a quick ad break. Let's see, we actually have the reads sent to us today on an email. We have a new sponsor. They're called Closed Mic Sessions. And I'm just gonna read it off. Hey there, jabronis. What's the most irritating thing you can possibly think of? Is it an obnoxious laugh, body odor, Jack White, somebody talking during a movie? It's nope. We all know what annoys us the most. Pretentious art school snobs. They're the fucking worst. They think they're better than everybody with their stupid ass opinions on media, politics, and pop culture. Well, thank Lucifer, Satan himself, we have the perfect place to attract and contain these dumbass hipsters. I would like to put in right here that I'm about to go to art school. Introducing Closed Mic Night. Want to voice your moronic opinions and lame-ass deaf poetry? I also just wrote a poetry book. Closed Mic Night is just the place for you. We will literally never be open, and even if we were, the content would be heavily censored. The venue for this momentous event is located in that shithole city titled Savannah, Georgia, where I will be going to school. Home of that slow guy Tom Hanks played in some film that sucks titties. So make sure you stop by, ass clowns.
Welcome
Welcome to Closed Mic Night. What are you even doing here? We've been closed ever since we opened this place.
Heavy on D coming in the mic night.
Don't Don't try to argue, or we're gonna censor it anyway.
Gonna start a fight.
This place doesn't even really exist. There's no locations.
Yo, man, you on the
Man, what we
mic?
doing
High
here
as a
again?
kite.
I guess promo code House of Rouse for that one. Don't know where you're gonna be going for that.
Oh wow.
That seemed a little personal. I don't know if they know me or not, but a little personal with that one. Nailed it.
Oh God.
Okay.
Jesus.
Good lord.
Oh God.
And we're back to the show.
Oh fuck, that's Beethoven.
1984. Amadeus is born. Lead singer of Korn. Freaks on the leash. Not to smoke a quiche.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I will say I wrote tits out.
Yeah.
Before that happened. I wrote it when she was first just talking to me in the office before he had, said you guys.
Oh yeah, I wrote down.
So I wrote tits out because her tits were mostly out while they were meeting then, and then I soon regretted writing tits out.
Because the first what I wrote was straight for the tits.
Yeah.
Because it looks like, did he just meet her? Is that what happened? And he just his face goes right in them titties almost immediately.
Oh yeah. Oh,
He
Mozart.
goes, Mozart goes
I
face
was
in them tits.
talking about when she's having the meeting with his enemy, and he
Oh,
says,
yeah.
you got to come by tonight.
Oh yeah, and she just
So
yeah. She
before
hangs full
literally,
titties.
Yeah, went full tits.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she had him out like right when you see her, they're out.
Also, I said I'm trying to have one of these masquerades, and then I immediately had to draw a little air down really quick, including the child riding a large camel of meat. Was it just a full camel they cooked up?
Yeah.
I want that at the party,
There's,
though. Yeah.
there's some really odd stuff in this movie.
Yeah.
We are at a 5-minute warning.
Oh, nice. Well, I'm just gonna roll through these notes real quick.
And
why
we're
is
back.
that one guy always sweating?
Dude, that was what Sarah said when we were watching it.
That's exactly what Sarah. That's the only note that she put in there. Was why is this man
Why is that guy always
profusely
sweating
sweating?
so much?
Those of you who don't know, Sarah is our manager.
Oh, manager?
Yep, and she takes care of business.
Oh.
She actually finds our sponsors. All right. All right. So, how are you almost done?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Whatever.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Well, I was gonna say, the ending is. Oh, I love how they wrap this up, and because they never reveal until the end. He walks out and he's just in an insane asylum.
Yeah.
Love that ending. When it ended on that, I was like, that's a good movie. This is a really good movie.
Coming of age tale.
I mean, it makes sense though. If he just attempted suicide, they don't exactly have places to help people like that back then. So they're like, oh, we're just gonna throw him in with the rest of them.
Yeah.
Although he was batshit crazy. He absolutely needs to be read.
Yeah, he is a psycho. But since we're wrapping up here, what would you?
Well, I want to say. Okay, well, I'll say it with my.
Okay, no. Okay.
Okay. What would you? Or I'm just gonna go ahead and say how I'd score it.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck it.
Out of 10. I go with out of 10. Or do you usually start? Does it even matter?
I usually start.
All right, you start. What'd you give it at 100?
Okay, I'm gonna say I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think it's very important. I think it did a lot of things that I've never seen before in movies. All the technical stuff is fantastic. I can't get into it too much. But the things I didn't like is it is a little bit too much classical music, which I know it's a Mozart movie, but it would just get really quiet, then hit you with just random and you're just like, oh god, Jesus, and it just keeps doing that. So that was a little too much, and it is a little lengthy. I'd give it a 78%.
That's high. That's very high. I go. All right, so I, out of 10, would give this a 5.
Ooh, that's too low.
I say it's right down the middle because 5 out of the 10 it goes to all of its technical work. Everything technically about it is extremely good, but the plot ran out of interest to me. I ran out of interest in the plot about an hour to an hour and a half in, and even though everything was performed and done very well, it wasn't enough to keep me interested to want to watch for another hour and a half or to ever watch it again. So I give it right down the middle, 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I feel like that's too low.
Yeah, don't agree with that one.
I don't know. I do the A to the F scale, so I never think of these before either. Honestly, I'll probably go like a B, close to a B plus maybe. But
That is high, guys. Jesus Christ.
no, man. I mean, you just can't sit there and say
It's
this.
swept the Oscars.
You
don't
can't
give
sit
a
there and
shit.
say that this movie has great editing, great acting, great
directing.
music that's just a little too much,
Great
great
costumes.
director, great costume. You can't say it hits all these fucking.
But you
I'll
just
give it
said
a
that you
5.
never want to watch it again.
I said I'm not super likely to
Dude.
watch again, and that's just because it's 3 hours.
Yeah.
I don't really want to watch The Godfather all the time because it's fucking 3 hours.
That's a great
long.
movie, though. You're interested the whole time.
Yeah, and I still
not
don't,
watch
I still
Amadeus.
don't watch it.
Okay, so you wouldn't recommend
I
it?
would
It's
not
3
I
hours.
do recommend this movie very
Yeah,
much.
I definitely recommend it at least watch once.
Especially if you love music, if you're really into music.
I think if you want to, I'll recommend it to people that are super into like movies and making movies and all that kind of stuff. But to a casual viewer of movies, who just or someone who just likes movies a lot but doesn't care about the art of making a movie, don't go see it.
Definitely go
You're
see
not
it.
gonna like
Still go see
Yeah,
it.
still go see it.
it. No.
Is this movie better than Big Fat Liar?
Astounding, no.
It's not.
So dumb.
You're telling me if you had the option of
So
putting Big Fat
dumb.
Liar and Amadeus on right this very second, you would pick Amadeus right now.
Yeah.
No. You're an idiot.
All right, so that wraps it up on perfect time. So now we're transitioning, and
This is a transition.
we're gonna be doing.
This is a transition. New song idea.
This is the transition song. Transition song. Transition song.
We'll be going top 5 next, but first let's have another sponsor read. This is a new sponsor we have. I'm not sure what the ad is, so we're gonna give it off to Hunter.
Okay.
Way to go, Hunter.
Oh yeah, let's pull this one up.
You got this.
House of Rouse, we're doing ads now. That's what we do. Here's this next one. Hey, you ever wanted to, like, I don't know, man. It's kind of like there was this one time, there was this big problem, and you just needed to, oh, fuck it, who gives a shit? First, my wife leaves me, and then I have to deal with this copyright bullshit because my fucking name of my product is also a city in Uganda. Like, what the actual fuck? They are all starving any fucking way. My parents are dead. Do you understand what the fuck I'm fucking saying right now? I'm soaked in my own urine and my parents are in the fucking casket. What's the point of any of this? I'm a piece of dust on an insignificantly bigger piece of dust waiting to break off into smaller dust. Oh great, now the IRS is calling me. Sorry guys.
What?
We're gonna die. We're gonna die. La da 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 da. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. Everyone is coming off in their hole. In their hole to go off and die. Dead. Dead. Die. Rose.
That's hashtag. What? Enter House of Rouse.
Oh my god.
And we're back.
How are we gonna make a song for that? What's the song gonna be? Dear God.
I'm gonna take a piss break, and then we'll be on the new. We have a top five original songs from movies. You cannot choose 2 songs from the same movie, and that's our top 5. We'll be right back.
Hello?
You didn't pick it up.
And we're back.
Janet, did you get the mail? No, pick it up.
Hello?
Janet.
Is someone gonna pick that up?
No, you gotta do it, not me. You. It's on your end.
Damn thing just keeps ringing.
It's.
Where's the secretary?
Janet's over there.
And we're back.
This is not
All right, who's
Janet's
calling?
problem.
Like seriously, we've been. This is
I've
the whole.
told you.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Janet,
How?
It's right there.
And we're back.
It's flashing.
get the goddamn mail, Janet.
All right,
Starting stuff?
Kick it off.
We going?
we're rolling.
All right, the number 5 rank on my top 5
Out of 5.
out of 5 movie scores or original songs is the Spider-Man theme from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
I just remember as a kid, I'd go see them, and that
You
was
talking
like
about that song with the guy from Saliva and Nickelback?
no, God,
No.
And the hero can save us.
dude, I loved that song as a kid. There's the music videos of them on a rooftop.
Yeah.
Fly like an eagle.
That's my number
You're really
1.
good. You're really good at
Yeah,
that.
I've listened to that song a lot.
Me.
I also really enjoyed it.
Hunter enjoys Nickelback, everybody.
Hey,
I went to a
Nickelback.
Nickelback concert. I'll say it.
Oh my God.
It was Chevelle, Trapped, Nickelback.
Oh my God.
It went in
Chevelle.
reverse, they were in reverse order of what was the best.
Yeah, Chevelle is
looking back.
Chevelle's definitely the best of those 3.
Well,
yeah.
Nickelback's not even Nickelback anymore. Now the new Nickelback is Imagine Dragons. So
Oh yeah, they do really suck.
I have seen that. I have seen them taking the
what happened?
yeah.
But yeah, so Spider-Man theme.
Okay.
It was like the first Marvel movie I feel like where they had the Marvel intro, and it was like the comic book slipping or whatever, and then that music would start, and the theater would be all quiet,
My
and your
asshole
heart would start racing.
would instantly tighten.
Yeah, it starts racing. Like, oh fuck, this is gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
Until Spider-Man 3, and then that wasn't
And
so
then he was
amazing.
dancing
Then he was
to
dancing to
music.
disco or something.
Disco. It was disco. You're right. Yes.
Yeah. So also those are the best Spider-Man films ever made. Just to throw that out there real quick.
We're just gonna skip over that.
Anyways, moving on. Number 4, the Rocky theme.
I knew it was gonna be on there somewhere.
It's got, dude. You gotta have that on there. Like,
I don't.
it was everyone's like that's on everyone's like first workout playlist ever. Like it's what you go for. You go.
It's still. It's
Yeah, it's
currently
still
on
on
my
mine. Yeah, if you're going to go run and you need to get motivated one day, especially if you love the movie, you're gonna picture all of it in your head. And
Dude, if I need,
oh my God, I'm
if
about
I
to
need
go
to
run.
get motivated just to get out of bed, that's what I'm
Yeah,
gonna
dude,
play.
this shit's amazing. You can make an argument that it's number 1. I feel like, but it's been
Somebody
number 4.
here might.
It won't be me.
It's probably not like the technically best one, like as far as
Yeah.
the instruments and whatnot, but like it's it's like just so unique and iconic. Yeah. Does anyone want to hear it real quick on my phone?
No,
You know.
we know that one.
Okay. Are you sure?
I can do it right now. Go fly now.
Dun 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 dun.
That's it. That's
All
a
right.
wrap.
Iconic.
Okay. Number 3. The Fellowship from the Lord of the Rings. It's the one where they're all walking over the hill, probably the most iconic scene in the Lord of the Rings movies.
So
The Fellowship.
That one.
What?
Dun, dun.
That didn't sound anything like it.
Yes, it did.
Does anybody want to hear it?
I guess we probably should.
Like, no, I want just see if you can get it. Keep going.
Just keep trying to remake the song.
Dude, dun, na, 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 na.
I'm not hearing that at
Da,
all.
na, 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 na. That one, that's that old charmer.
Oh, that's an ad, guys.
Oh, what's the one with the?
Think we're gonna get copyrighted for this?
Is it like Walking with Hobbits or something like that? It's one of the ones like it's got the
Yeah.
That one's also
This one.
Okay.
Anyways. So you guys
You're
get
so
it?
close.
No, God damn it, I'm right. Someone please put the actual song over what I just did, and it'll match completely.
All of our
That would
5
be you.
viewers.
Okay, I'll do that.
That was the song, but it kind of has ups and the first half is different than the second half. But yeah. Anyways, number 2.
We're already at number 2. Wow.
Yeah, no, we flew through this one.
I like it.
Yeah, well, we need to.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Number 2 is
Yeah.
the Dark Knight series main theme. Like how it ends, the ending theme of all of them. You know, just get on the bike.
So you don't have the name.
It's a Dark Knight. You know, all that shit. It's great. It's amazing.
He's a Dark Knight.
Dude.
The dun 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 dun. That one.
Wait, keep going. No,
Okay.
no, that one I can hear it. I can hear it. I can
For the
hear it.
rest of the episode, we're just gonna name songs with.
See if Evan can impersonate him.
Fuck the rest of this top 5 list. Let's just name songs that Evan has to try to sound out.
Because you don't have the
All right.
names. You're just like the one, you know, where he's like, I'm the Dark Knight. I'm on a motorcycle.
All right, Pirates, give me the Pirates of the Caribbean theme real quick. Let me hear it.
I can't remember that one right now. God damn it.
But anyways, the Dark Knight series, also the greatest trilogy in movie history. Second greatest movie next to Rocky, and Biffle, I guess. The third best movie next to Biffle and Rocky.
I concur.
Dark Knight series trilogy.
I concur.
The Dark Knight Rises is the best of the 3 though.
Bullshit.
But anyways, yeah, great movie endings, songs amazing. Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer
of course.
though. What's crazy is I don't think my top 4 are John Williams or Hans Zimmer. None of them were John Williams. My 3 through 5 were not John Williams or Hans Zimmer. I'm pretty sure. It's kind of crazy.
So, what do you think number? Okay, I feel like I know what number 1 is.
Yeah. So number 1, the greatest movie song of all time. It's got like 2 different names because there's like kind of variations of the same
there
thing.
usually is.
But there's it's Binary Sunset and Light of the Force from the original Star Wars movies.
Okay.
It's where Luke looks over the sunset in A New Hope, and it's at the end of like almost all of them. Kind of builds up.
That shit? Or
No.
I thought it had like a.
That's
I
the
thought it
end
had-
credits scene, but it's something it's the part that's like building into that kind of.
It's really
sometimes.
soft.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
the end will be
okay,
really
yeah,
soft,
yeah.
and it builds up
Yeah,
to that
yeah,
when
yeah.
they go dun 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 dun.
Yeah,
dun.
yeah.
See, now we're all doing it. God damn it.
Yeah, but we were a lot closer.
Yeah, we were a lot better with that.
Oh,
I think.
what? God. Oh,
Dun 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 dun
One
dun.
of you do the Fellowship. Just go for it.
See, now I got Star Wars in my head.
I didn't remember it. I wasn't gonna say anything. You went for it.
Wah, 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 wah. You don't hear it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, see, it's great. Yeah, Binary Sunset.
All right.
So, to roll through, Spider-Man theme from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies. Then number 4 is Rocky theme. Number 3 is The Fellowship from Lord of the Rings. Number 2 is the Dark Knight trilogy end song. And number 1 is Binary Sunset or Light of the Force from Star Wars.
Okay.
Number
Alright.
1. So number 1 and 2 were John Williams and Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to be angry about with that top 5.
No.
So,
Mine's a little different.
I would like to hear it.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, sure. Number 5, I have actually got Pure Imagination from Willy Wonka. When I thought about that,
That made it in there.
I
That's
went
crazy.
ahead and it made number 5.
That's a great song.
Just because I feel like not only is it a great song, but it's such a great setup for Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka. You see his soft side before he just torments this group of kids.
Yeah.
You see that there is at least this childlike wonder that he wants to show off, and the kids are shitheads, and he just turns them blue.
It is iconic.
Yeah.
To continue on the theme of shitting on Evan tonight, there was a point where he thought that
Oh, Jesus.
the second Willy Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, by Tim Burton was better than the original.
Oh, I called him dumb many times for that. Many
That's not-
times.
I will say, Tim Burton's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
It's not good.
It is really good.
I think it's good. I would say it's good.
It's way more faithful to the book. It's way more faithful.
Yeah, I never thought it was a bad movie. It's just not.
It's a great
nothing
movie.
to the first
It's great. I think they're both
I'll
great.
be honest with you, I never saw it.
This is 2 weeks in a row. One of us has bluffed about seeing a movie.
No, they're both great. They're both. That's what
I've never wanted to see it.
That's all I'm gonna say is they're both great.
I never, no part of me.
Yeah, it was a
wanted
good
to see
movie. It was good. It's not great. It's good.
All right, whatever. But yeah, so that's
And I can see him eating like the cup and all that. So
Here's number 4.
Tommy Boy.
You ready for this one?
I'm ready.
It's Lose Yourself.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
You know, I'm not mad
The
about
first
it.
rap song to get the Grammy, or not, I mean the Oscar.
The Oscar, yeah.
Yeah.
Not mad about
The
it.
most disappointing thing about that, though, is it's the end credits song. That's kind of
Yeah,
strange.
but he's writing it
Yeah,
throughout
but he's
the
writing
movie.
it throughout the movie. It's a perfect build up to it.
Yeah.
Every time he's writing on his pad, it's little
Yeah.
snippets of
yeah.
Lose Yourself
Yeah,
coming
they play
together.
the beat and they play him like the chorus every time, like coming in, coming out. Like it shows you the process of what he went through to write it.
Yeah.
Through the movie, which is crazy.
Yeah, and then of course to see it live, it's just nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'm not really mad about it. It's a great song.
Wait, what do you mean see it live?
I saw it live.
You saw him rap that live?
Oh my God.
Lose
Wow.
Yourself? Yeah, I saw him at Bonnaroo this past time I went.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to talk about that off mic.
Yeah, put on a great show. Anyway, number 3 is the Jurassic Park theme.
Fuck that.
Yeah. I disagree strongly with
I
this.
love that shit, dude. I think that one's just pure nostalgia for me. I absolutely love dinosaurs coming up. So, Jurassic Park was my fucking movie. Also, I just feel like it's just a beautiful little song. It's John Williams.
I think it's a
How
great
can you-
song.
Yeah, it's
but
fucking
Yeah.
John Williams.
I just never really got into the Jurassic Park stuff. I never have ever gotten into it.
Oh, they've gone way too far with it. These new ones are.
the first Jurassic World was good. I didn't see the second one though.
I did not like.
I
the
liked
first
the first
Jurassic
one though.
World.
I mean, it was kind of dumb,
Yeah, but
I liked it though.
you never even really, you don't keep up with the old ones anyway, though. How many times have you seen the original?
I've seen the first one probably like 5 times. but
5 times?
It's been a long
Are you
time since I've
serious?
seen it. Yeah, I've probably seen it 5
I've seen
times.
that once,
I've
twice at the most.
I've seen the original. I don't know, probably 50.
The last time I saw it though, I was probably like 15, I would say. So it's not super fresh in my head still. But I think it's a really good song. But I don't know. I just there's so many more that get me emotional.
I mean, I know some people are gonna agree with that, but I don't agree with that one.
You cannot agree with it, but it's tough to make an argument against it being in the top 5. It's a John Williams. So you say his name, it's just there it is.
He also did the Home Alone theme song. John Williams did.
You know what's
Sure.
funny is I just almost thought about putting that in my top, just putting that in my top 5 right now.
Oh, then you're the idiot.
I like that better than Jurassic Park.
Stupid shit.
Okay.
I got that one. That's a good one. Keep going.
Of course you got that one. No, all right. So that was number 3. Number 2 is the March of the Empire. Dun dun
yeah.
dun. Or the Imperial
Imperial March,
yes.
yeah. That's like
Not. I've flipped that around. I made this list very
flip it,
hastily.
redo it. What does Willy Wonka say? Scratch that.
Okay, yeah.
Reverse it.
That's,
Yep. There we go.
Said that. Said
that. How do you do the Imperial March?
Dun, 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 dun,
That's
dun,
really
dun,
bad.
dun,
Yeah.
He's getting that one part off.
No, that's
The part where he goes dun 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 dun. No. That part you mess up really bad.
I'm just having fun with it, okay?
dun, dun, dun,
Why would I do it
dun,
verbatim? No one wants to hear it verbatim. They
We
want to
do
hear your
wanna
own
hear-
little taste
I
on
want
it.
to hear you fucking do it right. Do it right.
All right, keep going. Yeah, it has to be dun 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 dun.
Sure, whatever. I don't
Yeah,
know.
keep going.
But anyway, I mean, you gotta have at least one Star Wars song. I was playing around with the possible Duel of the
That's
Fates,
crazy,
making
favorite
the top 5. I just feel like it's just.
It is a really great one.
I think it
For
perfectly does what it
For
needs
sure.
to do. You
Yeah.
just feel tense and you
I mean,
know
yeah.
something bad is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you hear it, you see Darth Vader in your head for sure.
I have no idea what's going to be your number 1.
Yeah, I don't.
Man,
either,
you're not
dude.
ready for this.
I have
Number
no
1.
idea.
Number 1, Hungry Like the Wolf.
Wait, what?
That song was written specifically for that movie, right?
Dude, you joking, right?
You made a big fat liar joke?
I did.
Hunter just made a biffle joke.
did.
This is a House of Rouse first.
Who just got Rouse? Okay. Yeah, no, that's not my real one.
I mean, I thought it was for a second.
Oh, I got you. No,
Oh my God.
number one is Circle of Life.
Oh, see,
Okay.
that's in my
Fuck
mentions.
you.
That's another one.
That's a
where,
great one.
That's another one where a live performance swayed me to put it even higher on the
Did you
list.
see Elton John perform it?
No, well, actually, I have seen Elton John.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck,
I've
dude,
seen
that's
that,
amazing.
and I've seen it on Broadway.
Oh, okay.
I saw it 10 rows back on the aisle at Broadway, and so hearing
Christ.
Circle of Life and seeing people
Yeah.
dressed up as animals like coming down the aisle, and there's dudes just fucking like whipping around birds on sticks and shit. Like it is just so powerful.
Dude,
to see it that way.
Just
as
watch
well.
the intro of The Lion King. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, to see it there anyway.
And
But
everyone knows what it's from.
To see that it can
It's an amazing
translate so
song.
well in like 3 different ways.
Yeah.
It's great.
Evan, impersonate the intro vocals to.
Chicago.
Fuzzy llamas, penguins, and pajamas.
Fuzzy llamas, penguins, and pajamas.
I think that was
Alright.
really good.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
But yeah, that one's, it's just, I mean,
All right, so
Elton John's the man. That shit is moving.
Yeah, it's great.
let's run through Hunter's top 5.
Top 5. All right, so number 5, I got Pure Imagination, Willy Wonka. Number 4, I have Lose Yourself from 8 Mile. Number 3, I have the Jurassic Park theme. Number 2, I have the Imperial March. And number 1, I got the Circle of Life, Lion King.
All right. So we have 2 different, very different lists. Mine as well will be very different. But before we get into mine, we have one more ad for the evening. So I'm gonna, we have also a brand new sponsor who sent us an ad read. So I'm gonna hand it off to Colin for our ad tonight.
All right. Oh, God. Attention, House of Rouse listeners. We have a subscription for you guys that's going to be so perfect that you will certainly not even believe that we had a subscription for you guys. That's going to be so perfect that you will certainly not even believe that we have a subscription for you guys that's going to be so perfect that you will certainly not even believe that we have a subscription for you guys that's going to be so perfect that you will certainly not even believe that we have a subscription for you guys that's going to be so perfect. And it's called Too Many Oats. This has nothing to do with the ad, but my name is... Oh, God. My name is Colin, and I don't believe women should be allowed to walk on the street unless they have duct tape on their mouth. That's promo code THOR Anus Melon. There's a space between all 3 words. THOR is an acronym for the House of Rouse. www.womenshouldn'tbeallowedtovote.org.
Huh.
Way too many. So many oats. Too many fucking notes here. How many more oats are there gonna be? Oh my god. There's oats everywhere.
And we're back.
We're back. So now,
Oh, dear God.
finally it's down to the actual top 5 original songs from movies. Of course, we could not choose 2 songs from the same movie. If not, every song would be from Rocky for me.
Isn't it just one song?
Going the distance.
Going the distances. God damn.
Do. That one too. It's a great one.
Okay, so I'm going to start it off. Number 5, Duel of Fates.
Okay.
That song gets me so amped Something is happening when you hear that. Shit's going down when you hear that. That fast pace, your heart starts beating. Something's...
Your heart starts beating.
Your heart starts beating real fast.
It starts for the first time.
It starts to beat.
Yeah, okay, so Duel of Fates is not, I mean, it's not, you know...
I think we nailed it. I don't think you have to play it. They know what
Yeah,
it is.
no, so I'm not. I'm just saying, yeah, oh god. And then when it opens up and he pulls out the double lightsaber, Darth
Oh, just
Maul.
doing sound effects.
Man.
Oh, man, that's... we've nailed it at this point.
Yeah.
Number
the sound
4 is A Knife in the Dark from Lord of the Rings, which is this one.
Saruman,
Okay.
Isengard. Yeah, it's great.
When it goes dun 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 dun, and the first one, and the camera's like moving so fast,
Yeah.
showing you all the orcs and all the stuff they're
Urkai.
building and all the stuff they're doing, and like they show them making the Urkai coming out the mud and ripping the mud off of them. They strangle an orc to death. That what a villain theme. Dun 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 dun. That is so striking. It's like
Yeah,
it's like lightning
it's a great
just
song.
striking you.
What are you looking at?
I just went into it. Excuse me. Okay. God. Okay. So
there's something
for
on
sure,
the table.
that for me that's number. For me that's number 4. That's my Lord of the Rings.
It is a great one. It's a great Lord of the Rings
Yeah, it's
song.
solid.
My number 3, which you guys will definitely not agree with. I don't care. I don't care if anyone doesn't agree
I know
with
what
this.
you're gonna have. How it's gonna be.
Number 3 is called Mountains, and it's from Interstellar. And I think personally, Interstellar has other than Rocky, has the best soundtrack all around of all time.
Christ, dude.
I mean, I had Interstellar. I didn't.
The
I
music
couldn't name any songs, but you know, I knew I generally liked the music.
Is so emotional and hard hitting, and the organs and all of it is just, I don't know, man. It just gives me such a feeling that I don't even know. But they have one song in particular called Mountains, and it's when they first go to that other planet, and they see the wave for the first time, and it's like the camera's going up on the wave to show you how tall it is, and the camera just keeps going up and keeps going up and keeps going, and you're like, how fucking tall is this wave?
I can't remember how it goes. So could you
Well, I'm gonna play it for you.
I'd rather
But-
hear it from you.
Yeah, I'd rather hear you
I
do
can't do it, but I legitimately, if I ever have to like do something very intense while I'm working out, I listen to this song. So that's why I make it number 3, because I listen to this more than probably like any other soundtrack song.
It's Hans Zimmer, right?
It's yeah. But it's this. It just has this drop right here.
Yeah.
Dude, and then they just keep building on that and building on it, and it hits you so hard that it's like attacking my heart every time I hear that.
I don't know about it being top 5, but
Yeah.
I mean, I like it.
Yeah, I think it's got a good soundtrack. I think there's a lot more that are better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that song impacts me so hard. So it's just a personal one that really speaks to me. Which was number 3. Number 2 is Aggressive Expansion from The Dark Knight,
Which one's that?
which is this one.
Oh, it's the end credits thing. Yeah, it's pretty much the end credits thing.
Yeah. Oh god, there's horns.
Oh god.
So there's horns that just blare Like, I
Yeah,
remember when I see those movies in theaters, I remember when that those horns are just like building and coming out. I just want to like jump out of my seat and save the world somehow.
I know. God,
I just want to run out and save somebody. I'm like, I gotta be a hero. Somebody. like it just. I don't know what Hans Zimmer does with those movies, but he just makes me want to go save the world with his music.
If you think to yourself that there's any better superhero movie than the Dark Knight movies, then you are a fucking idiot. Stop listening to this podcast. We don't want you.
Yeah. We are. This isn't the unsubscribe thing kind of joke. Whatever.
We're dead serious.
Don't listen to it anymore.
And make sure to hit that dislike button. And of course, number 1, Gonna Fly Now, Rocky. That song, I don't care what you say and what opinion you have about it. That one song over any other movie on the planet has inspired more people to go out and achieve their dreams more than any other original movie song
Do you have
of
the stats
all
on
time.
this?
They have a statue of this man.
I need to see
you
the
know how many
data.
people run? You know how many people run a day to Gonna Fly Now? I'm sure it's in the 100,000s at least.
100,000.
I'm sure it is.
It probably is the biggest workout song ever. Like, I don't know about achieve people achieving like crazy things to help society, but
I don't know if people.
it is hands down the biggest, the most listened to workout song of all time. There's no way anything's bigger than
Gonna
that.
fly now. I'm gonna fly now. That's what he's saying. It's time for me to go.
Dude, people that don't even like Rocky or watch Rocky listen to that when
Oh,
they
is
work
that
out.
Nickelback song with the guy from Saliva?
Evan, could you person that one?
It has almost 30.
Not gonna stand here.
It has almost 36 million plays on Spotify alone. 36
That is a lot.
million. I don't think one Hans Zimmer song has that much.
Well, yeah, because no one's just throwing on Hans Zimmer.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Almost 36 million alone just on Spotify.
It's got to be the biggest workout song in history. Like, everyone listens to it when they work out. At some point.
So that's my top 5.
That or Eye of the Tiger. It's one of those two.
Rising up.
I'll run through them real quick. Number 5, Duel of Fates. Number 4, A Knife in the Dark, Lord of the Rings. Number 3, Mountains, Hans Zimmer, Interstellar. Number 2, Aggressive Expansion from The Dark Knight. And number 1, Gonna Fly Now, Bill Conti. Bill Conti.
Great man.
Bill Conti.
Bill Conti.
Strong O.
Ooh, perfect timing.
Oh, hey, you still got an honorable mention.
Yeah, honorable
boys.
mentions. I'll say mine were Circle of Life, Make a Man Out of You from Mulan,
Of course.
Oh, yes.
the Jaws theme,
Yeah, iconic.
and the Halloween theme.
Oh, I
couldn't believe you
about
did
the
that.
Halloween theme.
I was surprised you forgot both of those.
I have it on vinyl. God damn it.
I can't believe you.
I have it on fucking vinyl, dude.
Yeah, great theme.
Oh my shit. Can I? Oh my.
Are you gonna
fuck.
change your list again?
Are we about to do the first ever #not first ever list change on the
No,
House
I've
of
already
Rouse?
done it before.
Yeah, that's what we're
That's
saying.
the joke.
That's the joke you just made.
God damn it. Dude. That goes.
You just throw him.
What
Just
an
throw him
idiot.
a slam dunk.
What a fucking idiot.
Fuck, dude.
I can't believe you forgot the Jaws theme too, or did you not forget that?
No, I didn't forget it. I just didn't want to.
Because that is a great one.
What people probably will most likely hate on us for is that E.T. theme didn't make it for anybody at all.
I can't even remember what it
That's
sounds
probably
like.
gonna really. A lot of people are probably gonna hate on that.
Like, I like E.T., but
I can't-
it
Yeah,
is
well, no, me
not,
too.
it's not one of those
Yeah.
ones where I'm just, I've
Me
only
too.
seen it a couple times, I feel
Me
like.
I've seen
as
it
well.
probably twice, and the last time I saw it I was 10.
Yeah, I was super young.
And I can't remember what the theme sounds like at all.
Yeah.
I can't either. I also had Dark Knight Rises, but I thought you were gonna go with the actual Rises.
Yeah, that's
That's
definitely my second favorite one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely it's definitely the second best of the 3 movies. The song from those movies, and I think that's the best scene of all the movies too. When he's climbing out of that pit, dude. Holy shit, that movie's amazing.
I also had the Harry Potter theme.
That's a great theme.
Yeah. I had I actually had The Graduate.
Never.
Oh,
Was that?
Mrs. Robinson.
Well, Mrs. Robinson and The Sound of Silence.
Yes.
Sound of Silence is
The only notable ones I had were Strangers Like Me from Tarzan,
That's a great one.
and I had At the Sign of the Prancing Pony
That's a great one too.
from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I thought you couldn't do more than one Lord of the Rings.
That's my honorable mention. That's why it's honorable mention.
Oh well, I could have a fucking page of all
This is
mentions.
this one.
I wrote down like Lord of the Rings, but I just don't know any of the specific songs. I was like,
That's a great one.
I'm sure. I mean,
It's
I
a
had
great
to-
soundtrack
Nazgul
overall.
song.
I just didn't know which
Yeah.
one to pick.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Hunter, it would be Hunter's next pick for the next episode of the House of Rouse.
Right.
So Hunter, do you have the next idea? Do you know what you're dropping on us for next episode?
We're gonna be watching the classic House of D.
House of D.
It's a Robin Williams movie.
Oh,
I'm not making this up.
House of D.
Yep.
Is this like a famous movie?
We'll Google it later. I'm not making it up. This exists. And we're gonna be doing top 5 characters whose name begin with D.
Is this a joke?
That's amazing.
Are you joking? Characters begin with D.
There it is.
I love
What?
See you next time.
Characters that begin with D?
This has been the House of Rouse.
Amadeus, Up the sing of Amadeus, Amadeus. Up the sing of Amadeus, Amadeus. Up the sing of Amadeus, Amadeus. Up the sun of the person of death. Up the son of Amadeus, Amadeus. Up the son of Amadeus. Amadeus. It was just a city boy. He liked to show his ass a lot. Nobody liked that kid. Till he was a genius.